Tony Mockbell is a very big fish. These chaps have been chasing the target as long as you've been shaving.
We will find this Tony Mockbell. We will find him for Jim.
When the bloody hell will we have Mockbell?
48 hours.
I'll hold you to that.
I just got a feeling it's time to go.
Αναγνώριση παρακαλώ.
He wants to see your ID.
See, look, Australia.
Will you please come with me, Mr. Pappas?
We've got the bastard.
The big problem getting Tony Mockbell home. He'd only been arrested on passport charges. We were going to have our work cut out convincing the Greek Minister for Justice he was the Mr. Big of the Melbourne drug scene.
Κυρία μου, τα χαρτιά σας, σε παρακαλώ, ταυτότητες, διαβατήρια.
He wants to see your passport. He wants to see your passport. Εγώ είμαι μόνο καθαρίστρια. Έρχομαι εδώ μία φορά την εβδομάδα.
Πού μένετε, σε παρακαλώ.
It's okay, sweetie. You just mind her in it, okay? What's going on?
Well, your passport check, would you believe? Listen, big police here and the feds. But it's fine, it's okay. They don't know anything, they can't do anything, all right? Well, they got me on spots documentation.
What if they deport you? What's going to happen
Well,
to
I'll tell them what they won't, all right? They can't do anything, all right? They don't know anything, they don't know about the company. Come back, it's all cool.
Inspector,
Commissioner?
you've arrested Mockbell's key players. So I can officially announce that Tony Mockbell's been arrested?
Yeah. You certainly can.
Good.
Recapping our top story tonight, and Melbourne drug lord Tony Mockbell is due to face court in Athens shortly after being arrested by police following 15 months on the run. Mockbell was found guilty of drug smuggling
we've got to get going.
Australia and is also suspected of multiple murders. When he was arrested in Greece, he was in disguise, wearing a wig, and was also carrying cash, almost half a kilogram of cocaine and 3 mobile phones.
Mr. Mockbell was directing and organising the production and distribution of drug sales overseas, using international banking accounts and cash transfers.
Australian authorities have 45 days to present their case for extradition.
Shit, babe, they got them all. Bruce, Phil, Nick Loxton. Bloody hell. It's all right, it's okay. It's fine. As long as I stay here, I'll be fine. And even if they do get me back to Australia, what do they got, hey? Drug charge, 9 years. Under 9 years on my head. It's fine.
Not just drugs. I want to extradite you on 2 murder charges.
Fuck.
Louis Moran and Michael Marshall.
They're loading me up. Fucking big police. Listen, you Australian? You tell them. Tony Mockbell never killed anyone, okay? Not in a million years. All right? I don't know anything about any murders, and morally it's be wrong to go to jail for that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this is a stitch up. The Aussie cops have stitched me up. That's why I ran. I knew this would fucking happen.
We'll get you out.
How back
Get off!
It's all right, mate. All right.
The false passport charges came with a €2,000 fine. Nothing for a bloke like Tony. Except he refused to pay up and elected to do jail time instead. Because while he was locked up behind bars in Greece, he couldn't be extradited back to Australia. The cagey bugger was playing for time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hey, for that, mate. All friends here, eh? And they took everything off you, mate. I'd give it to you, mate. Look, you blokes know Australia, huh? You know Australians? You know Melbourne? Anyone got relatives in Melbourne?
Yeah.
I do.
Ποιος είναι αυτός? Τι νοιάζεσαι γι' αυτόν?
Είναι δικός μου φίλος. Τίποτα άλλο.
Thanks, mate. Tony Mockbell.
Mockbell. You little punk. Don't you remember me?
Jimmy Sam's at Needy's. Jesus Christ. Mate, how you been?
Couldn't be better. Now, let me show you how not to get buggered in the toilets.
You're very welcome. Come back and drink some ouzo with us sometime.
Yeah, you're on. Hey, we'll take turns wearing Tony's wig, eh?
Τι?
Γαμώ το πλάκα μου κάνεις.
Problem.
You're a man. The evidence, it's gone.
So, what do you mean gone?
The phones, the wig, the cash. Somebody took them from the property office. I'm sorry. I don't know how this happened.
Pull up here, thanks.
We got time for this?
Yeah, we won't miss the flight. Just want to have a quick word with her.
So what do you want? Come to arrest me now? You want to take my kids? Sweetie, could you go and check on the baby? Quick, come on.
Listen, I just came to say I'm sorry, all right? We just follow the drugs and the money. We don't like families getting caught up in police matters any more than you do. This is your chance, Danielle. You do the right thing by your kids.
And how's that exactly?
You come in and you tell us everything you know about Tony. You can start by giving back the evidence that you got from the property office. 10 points, by the way.
What evidence is that?
Come on. The phone's in the wig. It's got you written all over it. You outmaneuvered Interpol all over Europe. That property office guy, he would have been putty in your hands.
Yeah. Breastfeeding mother with a baby and a teenager? Yeah, I didn't take anything. I don't know anything. I'm not a bloody criminal, so, you want to do me a favour? Get out of my face.
He is not worth protecting, all right?
He's the father of my child.
And how many others? You can help yourself.
Yeah, and you can fuck yourself.
Look, the longer I fight the extradition, the better chance I get a bail. I mean, the Greeks can't keep me forever on a passport charge, not indefinitely, right? I'll go to the UN. Get Amnesty International. And when I get bail...
No more than mothers.
That's right, no more than mothers. Think of tapas.
The longer you fight this extradition, the longer you stay here.
Yeah, it's a wank game. It's all right, I can wait.
There are 2 stabbings a week, I bet. If I got a chance to be back in an Aussie jail, TV, mattress, no more cockroaches.
Jimmy, they want to do me for life, mate. I'd rather do a year here than a whole fucking lifetime in Bowen, you know what I'm saying? Look, you were the one who told me in the first place. Remember all those years ago when we used to play poker? Chip in a chair, all right? As long as you're in the game, you got a chance.
See any chairs?
No, but I got a chip. I got a boat, anchored in Piraeus. All right? I mean, it's all fueled up, ready to go. I was going to go the day that the coppers got me. And the best part? The Australian coppers, those pricks. I don't know what's there. All needs a chance, Jimmy. One tiny little crack. And I'm out of here. Wishka, go on.
Boss. Jim. Had us worried there for a minute.
Well, we couldn't find him.
No, when you told the commissioner to go and get fucked.
Yeah.
Welcome back, mate.
Let's go.
You look good.
Thank you.
I can't bear the thought of never touching you again.
Mum, I'm fine. Really. I got the telly. Get to see you all the time. Bert brings in Dakota. I'm okay. Really.
The whole family's gone. George. Shane. Now you.
I wish things were different. I'd do anything to make things better, anything. Love you, Mum.
Now we just got to get the fat prick back.
You know, the Greeks are sticklers for paperwork.
Oh, tell me about it. I mean, we're working like dogs on the murder briefs, but we're still a long way from getting Mockbell on a plane. We need a ace in the hole, something to get us over the line.
Guess he wants to talk. So, what sort of deal's on the table?
What are you talking about?
Well, let's just say, hypothetically, that I got a best mate you want to get back from Greece. And let's also say, because we're best mates, I could tell you an awful lot about him.
Like what?
Like all sorts of stuff I guarantee you'd love to hear.
Why?
Because I want a deal. You pricks put me dad away for 4.5 years for trafficking, which is bullshit. Tax department's after Bert for unpaid taxes, which is also bullshit. And I'm not too keen on spending the next 35 years in here. So you guys do something about that, and I'll see what I can do for you.
You see, that's not the way it works, Carl.
You might want to make it work that way, sweetheart.
You know, forget Carl Williams. He's been stringing us along for 3 years. He's not given up anything. He just wants better conditions.
Yeah, but if Mockbell paid to have Marshall and Moran killed...
Look, if Carl's willing to put that down on paper, then go for it. But until then, don't waste any more time on him. For us to charge Tony Mockbell with murder, we have to have a full brief to submit with the extradition application. And the longer it takes for us to prepare the murder briefs, the greater the risk of losing him.
All right, well, I'm working on it now, boss.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How are we going with Mockbell's money?
No, we're still running it down. This is the money we know about. So he's got bank accounts everywhere, but we can only track them back through the company accounts. So we can work out which accounts he has used to funnel money back to Phil Costa.
Yeah, but with the company arrested, we've cut off the supply back to Australia, yes?
Yeah, so there's no money going back to his mother or to Roberta Williams. But we still don't know where else he's got his money in Europe or who's handling it. However, we do have a line on some deposits into a business account in Bulgaria.
For Christ's sake, Jim, you know what? I don't need all the plumbing details. Just turn off the fucking tap, yeah?
All right.
Capitalism at its best, huh, babe? Got the money, you can have anything you want.
Yeah. Gonna buy me a chopper?
This is Greece, Tremalaka. If you cashed up, nothing is impossible. Pusu vroma.
Is Tony coming back or what?
Well, he wants to keep fighting. There's a really good chance he's going to get bail.
Well, that's great, Dan, but meanwhile I'm stuck in this hole. What does that sound?
I don't know, it's some kind of machinery.
Getting your fucking hair done?
Come on, Renee, it's just a hairdryer.
Jesus, Dan. I haven't even seen conditioner in 5 months. You know, I've got 3 kids. This was one thing doing time until they caught Tony, and now they've got him. I want out.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I can do.
Tell Tony not to fight extradition. Tell him to come home.
Your 3 minutes is up.
It doesn't matter if I go back or not. Renee's still got to do it 2 years.
No, but she seems to think that if you go back now, then they'll let her go.
Yeah, well, she's wrong. She's wrong. And she's a whinger. And it's not exactly a picnic riot, right?
Also, you can't visit anymore. Prison authorities have realized you're not actually married.
And how many times do I ask? That's karma.
You're just going to pay someone, right?
No marriage certificate, no visit.
Oh, Dan.
It's hopeless. Look, you're stuck in here. I'm stuck in Athens. You know, Madison doesn't even talk to me anymore. We don't have any money.
Marry me.
We're not the babies.
Marry me.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. You want me to marry you now when you're stuck in here so I can give you messages and shit? How romantic.
Hey. Danielle Maguire, you are my rock. There is no one in the world that I would trust my life with but you. And besides, you've got the best tits in any hemisphere. So, Dan, would you do me the honor of being my gorgeous, sexy, stubborn, tempestuous wife?
Yes. What about the money?
Don't worry about the money. I'll sort that out.
Who took the photos?
I thought you'd like it.
It's bloody embarrassing, Bert. That's what it is.
You always go on about how fantastic those zoo girls look. Now I'm one of them.
Yeah, I don't mind looking at girls I don't know, but I don't want other blokes wanking over me wife.
I'm not your wife anymore. I'm with Rob now. You know that.
You're still associated with me, and I don't want to be associated with this.
I don't want to be associated with having no money. I can't even afford Dakota's school fees.
Don't worry, I'm working on something.
What?
Trust me.
No, you're not seriously thinking about loading up Tony.
Of course not.
Carl, Tony's our friend. The amount of money he's given us over time.
Yeah, well, our friend is getting a tan on the other side of the world while I'm stuck in here for the next 3 decades.
Jesus Christ, Carl. If anyone here thinks you're dogging Tony, you're as good as fucking dead.
Gee, that's really good role model parenting, Roberta.
We're gone.
But we've got another hour.
Then take the time to think about how loading up Tony would be the worst fucking idea you have ever had in your life.
OK, well, here's the latest. Mockbell's arguing the signatures on the extradition treaty are invalid because they're signed by the Justice Minister instead of the Attorney General. And he's seeking asylum in Greece on the basis he can't get a fair trial in Australia. And wait for the trifecta. He's applying to be extradited to Lebanon instead of Australia.
We don't have an extradition treaty with Lebanon.
Yeah, well, it's a wild card, but it's Mockbell. He'll try anything.
Why don't we just bring him back on the drug charges? At least he then goes to jail, right?
Yeah, but he'll only serve 12 years and he could be out in 8. Look, if Mockbell's murdered people, I want him to do time for it. I want to see him in the docks for Michael Marshall and Lewis Moran. I mean, this is his plan. You know, string us out, wear us out, you know, we fold. He does time for drugs instead of murder. We've got to beat him at his own game.
Boss, phone's for you.
Who is it?
It's Tony.
Tony who?
Tony Mockbell.
Jim O'Brien, Piranha Task Force.
Tony Mockbell. How the hell are you?
I'm good, Tony. How are you?
Oh, mate, I've been better. Bloody happy about these murder charges, mate.
Why don't you come back and we'll discuss it?
Well, that's the thing, Jim. I was going to come back, you know, in a few months, give you a ring. So what's up now?
It's not too late.
No, see, the thing is, mate, you drop these bullshit murder charges, otherwise I'll be fighting you on this for the next 10 years, you hear me? I'll wear that, all right? And I'll do job. But I'm not going to do too much of it, you understand?
Like I said, why don't you come back and we'll talk about it? Anything's an option?
No, mate, we do a deal before I go anywhere. Look, you call a DPP, and I'll call my lawyer. Yeah? All right. Look, I gotta go, but good to talk to you. Don't worry, Jim. We'll work something out.
Yeah. Life, you prick, and nothing less. How do they get fucking phones in prison anyway?
It's a Greek prison, boss.
Oh, whatever.
I'm not gonna do time for murder, Jimmy. No fucking way. I'll fight him all the way, mate. I can hold out longer than they can.
We go back a long way, Tony. A long way. Those early years back in Brunswick, you know, playing 5-card stud, teaching you how to cook meth.
Yeah. You were good to me, mate. Appreciate that.
You got big money now, Tony. Big money. Why are you still dealing in the shit, Habib?
Life got complicated.
You're sure you want to do this?
Always said I'd leave when we got him.
To who? Not to me. Besides, you said you found him. You haven't got him.
The team will. They're very smart, hard-working. It'll happen.
I must admit I had my doubts when I appointed you. They said you were,
Hard-ass.
formidable. I don't think I've ever been more impressed with a serving officer. I know better than to try and change your mind. If you've decided to go, I'm not the sort of man to be persuaded otherwise.
Man of my word.
You'll be hard to replace.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jesus. That's not true. He really resigned.
You know, it's the first time I've tasted one of these.
Beer?
A civilian beer. You know, from the time I was drinking age, I was already a police officer.
You've done it your whole life. How can you leave?
I just want to do other things. You know, life's too short to spend all of it chasing one fat fuck. Besides, if I had to look at one more of your bloody flowcharts. Did you have your beer?
Yeah. Thanks, Jim. I never thought I'd see the day when the big kahuna hung up his boots. But the thing about cops in general and Piranha in particular, we're a team. When Jim O'Brien left the field, he was replaced by Bernie Edwards, another quality leader. We're sorry to dump you right in, Inspector, but we may have a big problem. A couple of months after Mockbell disappeared, the company wrote a cheque for 140 grand to Mr. Burns in Sydney.
What'd they get for 140,000?
Well, they got nothing, but a little housewife in Layla by the name of Vera Varsamarka's got a yacht.
Why are Mockbell's drug cooks buying boats for housewives?
Well, this particular housewife is the sister-in-law of a guy named Stavros Makrokanis, and his wife is the lovely Agapi Makrokanis.
And I'm interested in this particular family tree. Why?
Because Mrs. Makrokanis is the same lady who said she was Mockbell's cleaner when the Greek police went to his flat.
Mockbell left Australia by boat.
Yeah, the Edwina.
Where's this boat now?
Oh, no one knows. The Greeks never found it, and mind you, they were never looking for it.
So it could still be there, in Athens, docked and ready to go.
There's something else. The reason why this is so important now. I got a phone call from the Incorruptibles this morning. That's the Greek police. They reckon that Mockbell might be planning an escape from Korydallos.
And arms up, that's it.
Well, maybe he's just keeping fit, but word is he's got half the prison population training with him.
Training for what?
That's the question. We know Mockbell still has money, and money in Korydallos buys you pretty much anything you want.
A mass escape?
And the Greeks are genuinely concerned.
Just put him in solitary, separate him from his money, his contacts.
The Greeks won't go for it. As far as they're concerned, he's there for passport charges. We have got to get those murder briefs airtight.
Every charge we could throw at Tony, from jaywalking to murder, had to be listed as grounds for extradition. Because under the law, we couldn't add anything later when we got him home. In the meantime, if he bribed a guard, if he hired a chopper, if he went over the walls of Korydallos, we'd lose him for good.
You tell us what you know, you put it down on paper, we see what we can do.
I told you what I want. Me mum's dying out there. She needs me dad with her. She needs me.
Carl, we need a statement.
I don't mean by the end of the fucking week. She just needs to know that one day I'll be out.
Well, that's not how it works, is it?
Well, fuck off then! Go on, fuck off!
And that seemed to be our last chance to charge Tony for murder. Until...
What do you want, Reuben? I want to get out of jail.
It's going to be pretty hard since you got life.
Some people should have given you a trophy for helping knock loose Moran. Like the dog who paid me $50,000 to do it in the first place.
Reuben, you've got nothing to trade. Haven't you heard the news? We got Carl. He's in jail for 35 years.
Carl organised us. He didn't pay us.
So who paid you?
Tony Mockbell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Vlas, hey. What, I got bail? Ha! Good job, mate. Good job. Jimmy, I'm out of here.
Oh, hey.
I'm out of here, Jimmy.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mockbell.
Hey, what? Hey.
You're going back to Australia.
Australia? Not Australia! Let's go. Do something! What do they got? What do they got? Look out, Australia! Hang on a minute! Do something! Do something! Back to Australia! Do something! One for violence against Moran charges, that's bullshit, okay? Nothing against Moran. Oh, nothing against anybody. All right, why would I have him killed? He meant nothing to me. He meant nothing.
Tony, Lyle said they're sending you back to Australia. They can't do that, can they? They can't. Tony.
Anything straight for people back home, Tony.
Good evening. After 15 months on the run and another 11 in a Greek jail, Australia's most wanted man returned to Melbourne this afternoon.
Landing at Melbourne Airport, Tony Mockbell had finally been brought home. 26 months after he fled, the drug kingpin and accused murderer's extradition was complete. The 42-year-old left the jet and boarded the Victoria Police helicopter. He took off for Barwon Prison, one of the toughest jails in the nation. Fat Tony, as he's known in the criminal world, was now in his rightful home, ready to get a prison-issue tracksuit and jail cell. Rachel Rollo, 9 News.
What's that?
Greek town, you buffhead.
Where were the postcards, huh?
Oh, yeah. Why didn't I send one to the coppers while I was at it, hey? Come on.
Fucked off and left us all.
What do you think I was meant to do, you idiot?
Release him, jail him. What fucking business you in?
You hear anything about Tony?
Must be only a few feet away. What, you can't get in to see him?
Well, I don't exactly organise pizza and movie nights.
Hey, baby, you heard anything about Carl? I just need to know how he's doing his time, you know? Is he doing it tough or is he doing it easy?
You haven't had any more crazy ideas about loading up Tony, have you? Carl?
Haven't I always done what I could to protect my family?
You pulled this horse shit when you took that guilty plea. You didn't talk to me, you didn't talk to the lawyers. Now you're in here for 35 years.
I did that for you. For me dad.
Who cares about Carl? What happened to us getting married?
Well, they're not exactly letting me out of here to go to church, are they?
Bullshit.
Danny, hang on.
What?
Hang on. Look, I was going to surprise you with it, okay? I wasn't going to tell you this, but the spring wedding. All right? Spring wedding, beautiful. Beautiful weather. Cherry blossoms in the hair. You will look absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I won't be able to just wear cherry blossoms, will I?
You'll be wearing the sexiest, most expensive wedding dress Melbourne's ever seen. But in the meantime, I need you to talk to Roberta. Find out how Carl is.
Screw Carl, okay?
Babe, he's been sitting there for 3 years writing while we've been getting a suntan in Greece, all right? Who knows what he's been saying?
Tony's got money. He's got an army full of lawyers. I got nothing. All I got is what I can trade.
Lies. Betraying a mate.
Tony can get me out of here.
And now the bloody tax department's chasing me for failing to lodge a tax return. What do they want me to bloody put on there? Business, drug dealing, main source of income, methamphetamine, estimated income, 6 million. Dakota, if you don't get your school uniform on, I swear I'm going to take it and chuck it in a bin and we're going to put you in a local school. Go and get your... Go. Just go. At least we'll be able to afford that.
Things are pretty tight, yeah?
You're not fucking wrong.
Yeah, but take it.
Nah. Anyway, how are things with you and Tony, huh?
You okay? Just worried, you know. What if Joy believes those murder charges? And Lewis and Marshall.
Don't worry about it. Carl's doing time for them.
No, the cops think that Tony's the money man.
You're shitting me.
What?
Get out of my house.
What's wrong now?
You think that Carl would put Tony in the shit, huh? What kind of a person do you think he is? After everything he's done for him, what he's done for Dakota?
Will you tell me? Would he, Roberta? Would he?
Carl wouldn't dog Tony in 1,000,000 years. 1,000,000. And you can fuck off for suggesting it.
You know what, you're a bunch of ungrateful...
Oh, just fuck off! Go, bitch! Fuck off! Oh, fuck! Baby, you gotta put that on. You gotta put your school uniform on, kiddo. Go, now, over your head. And where is your gran? She's supposed to be picking you up. Bob! Bob?
Tamara, Boris, this is Detective Sergeant s01e08.
Nice to meet you. You were on the Hodson murders, yeah?
Still am. The Commissioner wants the Hodson case reinvestigated. Find out once and for all if Paul Dale commissioned Carl Williams to have him killed. You want Mockbell, we all want Dale, let's get them both.
Carl won't talk unless we give him what he wants.
Then give him what he wants. The last 3 words the Commissioner said to me, any means necessary.
Dad. What are you doing here? What's going on?
We can make Roberta's tax bill go away. We can have your dad's current sentence disappear. He can walk out of jail tomorrow. And we might be able to do something about your current sentence.
What do you want in return?
What's going on?
Word's going around.
Carl.
He's not here.
What do you mean he's not here? He's here for 35 fucking years. Where's he going to go?
Yeah, Australia's number one prisoner disappeared like that.
Hey, I'm Australia's number one prisoner.
Yeah, that's not the point, Tony.
If Carl's talking to the coppers, who's he talking about? Yeah, thanks.
Too much fat, Tony. You want a heart attack?
Tony, you're a drug dealer, not a gangster.
You're a criminal genius, Mr. Mockbell. I love you, you schmuck. So we lost you.
There's no way I'm gonna die in jail, babe. I've had a heart attack, for Christ's sake. I mean, can't you argue that this, the oppressive nature of this place is killing me?
We could get a psych assessment done.
That's a good idea. Yeah, my mental state's fragile.
Look, you do understand the assessment is completely independent.
Yeah, of course.
No guarantees.
Yeah, I know.
And it's important you answer all questions as truthfully as possible.
Oh, absolutely. Why would I lie?
You understand that while I'm employed by your legal team, my assessment is completely independent.
Yeah.
And it's very important that you answer these questions as truthfully as possible.
Absolutely. Why would I lie?
Mr. Mockbell gave a genuine account of his life and made no attempt to edit his story to influence this report. I have no doubt his remorse is sincere. He explains his commercial interest in illicit drugs was partly inspired by gambling debts and partly by the sudden death of his father.
He died on your 15th birthday?
Mr. Mockbell has never used illegal drugs himself. He enjoys the occasional alcoholic beverage, but usually abstains on religious grounds. His relationship with his partner is supportive and encouraging, and they practice a traditional and conservative sex life. However, he is oppressed and intimidated by his harsh custodial conditions. In summary, it is my psychological assessment that there is clearly a limit to the extent Mr. Mockbell can continue to withstand such debilitating stresses.
Good luck, Tony.
Thanks, but, I won't need luck if, you write a good report in support of my bail application.
Detective, what a pleasant coincidence.
Just enjoying the sunshine. I had no idea you'd be making your way back to your palatial rental. Where is the money for that coming from, by the way? What do you want? Where's it coming from, Danielle?
Tony doesn't have any money, okay? He's got a legal aid lawyer, you dick.
That's a good stunt. So who's paying for the house?
Fuck off.
Who will turn off the money tap, Danielle? We'll find every one of Tony's accounts and we'll stop every source of income.
You and your friends stop harassing my fucking family.
Fair enough. Enjoy the sunshine. Not sure how long it'll last.
Sorry, sweetie.
Mockbell's bail application failed. Courts didn't believe his heart attack put him at risk. Looks like things are finally going our way.
Not quite.
Drop the Michael Marshall case.
We can't put your witness on the stand again. He's been totally discredited.
Johnny Tedesco's keen as mustard. His statement has already put Carl and the getaway driver in jail. He's hoping for 2 out of 2.
And he names Tony as the guy who paid him to shoot Marshall.
Unfortunately, Johnny Tedesco's made a few changes since you last saw him.
Okay, what sort of changes?
His lawyer advised him to change his appearance so the jury wouldn't recognise him.
Great, so he's put on weight. He's grown his hair.
He's now Joan Tedesco.
Yeah, yo. Every letter is love and every word's an oasis. Trying to reach new heights like a bird in a spaceship. And you're damn right, we've been working the late shift, trying to see how far on planet Earth we can take it. This is poetry in motion, the mystery of why every motor is in motion and it's visually fine. On a roll like Timmy, and they're stuck in bad traffic. So when I rock at the bottom, looks like Buckingham Palace.
They can't put him on the stand again. The whole thing becomes a bloody circus.
How he looks shouldn't change what he saw or what he can say about Mockbell.
Doesn't matter. We've already lost one case because of Tedesco. The boss isn't going to risk another $1 million on an erratic witness.
There's got to be something we can do.
Yeah. Make sure your Lewis Moran brief is as tight as a cat's ass. And give me a witness that doesn't fall over. Or wear a dress.
You heard the man. Get him a witness that can put Mockbell in the dock on the Lewis Moran murder.
Okay, we've been forced to drop the Michael Marshall murder, but Tony was still facing the Lewis Moran murder trial. Now it was a matter of getting our Crown witness ducks lined up in a row.
We've given him everything he wants. Food. Mail. Visitors.
Tell Carl Williams it's time to shit or get off the pod.
You want me to finger me best mate for Lewis Moran?
That's what you're here for, Carl. Look, you're either in or you're out. You give us what we want right now or you get in the car. We take you back to prison. Both of you.
I don't want a word.
George, we don't have time.
That is fine.
It's not fine. I want to talk to you. Alone. Don't do this, son.
It's business. They do the same to me.
Shopping Tony Mockbell? It's a dangerous game you're playing. It goes against the rules.
Whose rules? Moran's? Carlton crew, the Mockbells? They all got rules that look after themselves. You always said the Williams family looks after the Williams family, because no other prick's gonna. Besides, I'm only telling them what they want to hear. They won't get Tony. Bloody judge says I'm an unreliable witness. Tony's lawyers will have whatever I say thrown out.
So what's the point?
I don't have to tell the complete truth. As long as what I say doesn't look like a complete pile of horseshit, we still get our deal. We get out of jail, Dad. Isn't that worth something?
If you're still alive. No one likes a dog.
It's him or me, Dad.
Listen. Have you boys heard anything about Carl and the grapevine?
No bloody grapes in the Acacia unit. Can't even take his shit without the guards putting it through a sieve.
Well, if I could just look him in the eye, you know. Well, I'd know. I'd know. How's things?
Bloody brilliant.
We weren't the only ones frustrated at the time it was taking to get Mockbell into court to face the Lewis Moran murder trial.
Here, have a muffin. I made them myself.
Why did you call us here, Mrs. Moran?
I want to know what you're doing about charging the killers who destroyed my family. Look, Alphonse, he was like a son to me. And Mark, my prince, beautiful man. And Jason, my sweet baby. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Killed in his prime. In front of his children. Who does that, detective? And then the last straw. The love of my life. What does a mother have to do to get justice for the murder of her entire family?
Your family did their own share.
The wheels of justice roll slowly but surely, Mrs. Moran.
Well, maybe they should stop rolling and stick a bloody rocket under it.
Well, it was this time last year you were blaming Carl for everything. And now Carl's doing a life sentence.
Yes, and I'm doing a life sentence too. My family's gone. All gone. Except for Tuppence. Tuppence, the little shit who stole all Lewis's money.
Karma is a wonderful thing, Mrs. Moran. So are the investigative powers of the Victorian Police. There will be justice, I promise you.
Thank you. Thank you. Pigs.
You will not believe what we just heard, Tone.
Grapevine's delivered after all.
Carl?
Judy Moran.
Judy Moran? What about her?
She's been arrested for murder.
Judy's a murderer? How does that happen?
I got him.
Well done.
No, I can't believe that.
They reckon she'll get 26 years.
I mean, how does she think she's going to get away with that?
How do any of us? What? Look at us. They got us.
They got you. All right, they haven't got me. Not yet.
So you discussed the fact with Tony Mockbell that you wanted Lewis Moran dead.
Well, it wasn't just me. Everyone wanted him dead.
Well, we're not interested in everyone, Carl. We're interested in Mockbell. Did you talk to Mockbell about Lewis Moran?
Probably, mate. I told anyone who wanted to listen. Everyone knows I wanted to get rid of the maggot.
Did you say that to Tony?
Probably. Lewis was a prick. Would have been great to have him off.
Is that what you said to Tony?
Might have.
Right, and so when would this have been?
Well, I can pin that down for you exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it must have been during the time when Lewis was alive. Hey? You know, I reckon I could think a lot more clearly if I wasn't so hungry. What are the chances of a large pizza? Hey? Ham and pineapple.
Do we even believe him?
He's trying to muddy it. He's been in the drug business with Tony for 10 years now.
And Lewis Moran?
If he puts Tony as the money man, we've got him in jail for life.
We need you to sign your statement, Carl. This is how it works. This is what we agreed. You sign your statement, then you appear as a witness.
The Lewis Moran trial has been given a date. There's nothing we can do. You're going to court.
Shit. Hang on.
A witness.
Carl bloody Williams. Jesus Christ, I told him 1,000,000 times murder is bad for business, but no, he had to go and shoot everyone, didn't he? I mean, if he just stuck to the business, he wouldn't be here. Now, I'm going to go down because of Carl fucking Williams.
It's not Carl. Carl's not giving evidence against you.
Not signing it. Not signing nothing.
We've still got Reuben Fox. His statement gave us enough evidence to extradite Tony and get him back here.
You need a much higher standard for the Victorian Supreme Court than you do for an extradition warrant.
It only took one witness to convict Carl. We only need one for Mockbell.
Yeah, well, Reuben fucking Fox better bring his fucking A game.
Reuben fucking Fox.
Mr. Fox, in your own time, please tell us what happened.
Reuben Fox spent almost 3 days under cross-examination. Every aspect of his allegations was tested. And as every minute ticked by, Tony imagined he could feel the noose tightening around his neck. For once, his future was out of his own hands. All he could do was smile at the jury and hope they believed him. Hope they liked him better than they liked Reuben Fox.
Mr. Foreman, has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, we have, Your Honour. Not guilty.
Tony had faced 20 separate charges when he was extradited back to Australia. 3 conspiracy charges had to be dropped because of a quirk of extradition law, and the 2 murder charges were now also behind him. The next thing he did was appeal the cocaine conviction he'd fled Australia to avoid. But for the first time, he failed, and law enforcement had a win. Tony Mockbell would be in jail for a minimum of 9 years, but that wasn't life. And while we kept working at keeping him in, and he kept working at getting himself out, things took a sharp turn to the left.
What do you want, Carl?
I want to make a deal.
Like the deal you made for Tony. Piss off.
You lot don't get loyalty, do you? You think I'd load up me best mate for a pizza and a couple of blowjobs?
Go on then, what fantasies are you trotting out this time?
A bunch of jacks have been feeding me info for the last 10 years, for cash.
You really think we're going to fall for that? You throw a bunch of mud and we waste our time investigating good officers? See you, Carl?
Fine. Keep the names to myself then. You might know one of them, Paul Dale.
It's better be good.
Some people claim Tony Mockbell only got as big as he did because of a network of dirty police officers who sold privileged information in return for corrupt payments. I don't know if that's true or not. But when we got a chance to expose those officers, we had a duty to go in hard. especially if they were suspected of involvement in the murder of police informant Terry Hodson.
Tell us how Senior Sergeant Paul Dale is connected to the Hodson murders.
Terry Hodson was about to testify against Dale at his committal hearing, right? About the burglary of Tony's drug lab. So it stands to reason that Dale had a reason to kill him.
Yeah. I've got a reason to kill you, Carl. A whole list of them. Doesn't mean I'm gonna.
Yeah, but this is different.
How?
Well, it all started when I first met Dale at the Brunswick Club.
In 2 secret meetings with police, Carl Williams claimed he had occasionally paid Paul Dale for information.
Anyway, we're having a drink and in walks his seat. Turns out to be Dale.
He further alleged that Dale had paid him 150 grand to arrange Terry Hodson's murder. It would be enough to get Dale to trial, but Carl was a serial killer and a liar. And a dog.
So you're saying you organised the money, but who was the actual shooter?
Well, I'm not saying his name. Not in a million years.
Of course he's not. Because he made the whole bloody thing up.
Yeah, he still did the job though, didn't he? Was that made up? Christine and Terry Hodson shot in the head. I organised the whole thing. I put my hand up for that. But I was just the middleman. Killing Terry Hodson was not my idea.
It's unsubstantiated. One man's word. He could just be trashing Dale for time off his sentence.
When he was stringing us along with Mockbell, he'd go back and forth. He'd half tell the truth, then he'd back away from it. I mean, you saw him in court at his own trial. This time, he wasn't like that, though.
Will he do it in court?
He says he will.
Carl knows this is his last chance. He's got nothing more to trade.
Do it. Arrest Paul Dale.
We think we've got enough to charge Paul Dale. Carl's spilling his guts.
Won't change the fact that I look incompetent or corrupt.
No one thinks that.
Oh, come on, mate. 36 years, mate. 20 in homicide. And 3 days fucked my career. The day I was given the Hodson case, the day I knocked on Paul Dale's door to question him about it, and the day I was taken off the case.
What would fix it?
If someone did time for the Hodsons, that's what would fix it. The murder of a police informant. It's a stain on the entire force, mate. It's time we did something about it, and it's time someone was fucking put away for it.
Paul Dale, you're under arrest for conspiracy to murder Terence and Christine Hodson.
Hey, Dad.
Hey. Hey, mate.
Yeah, I'm good. Listen, I got to do this project for school. Someone in my family that I look up to, like my dad or one of my uncles.
Huh?
I can't think of anyone who hasn't been in jail. Uncle Cab, Uncle Millard, Uncle Horty.
Yeah, all right, I get it.
So I was wondering, could you tell me about Granddad?
Yeah, of course I can. Of course. You're Jiddo. As we say, he didn't have much, mate, but, he worked really hard, worked bloody hard. And, well, he got us out of Lebanon because it became a dangerous place. And he brought us kids over to Melbourne. We started a new life, He worked at Ford. Shit job, but he worked, and you know why? For family. To put food on our table. I mean, there's 5 of us, right? Dragged us across the bloody world.
I'll get you out, Dad.
You look after yourself.
Come on.
We'll have to get you out of Barwon again and prep you for court.
No way. People start wondering where I am. Here I've been talking to you.
No one knows, but to be on the safe side, we'll put you with 2 prisoners of your choice.
So we organise that, then you sign your statement.
And me dad?
We've been talking to the OPP. We understand they're talking to the taxation department. It looks like they'll write off that $750,000 he owes them. He'll walk out of jail, just like we promised.
And me?
Well, we can't make any promises ourselves.
Hang on a
But
second.
the OPP will make the best representation they can to get your sentence reduced.
That's not good enough.
Well, they're talking about up to 17 years off.
You get to walk Dakota down the aisle a free man.
About Dakota, there's one more thing. Tony stopped paying her school fees.
And so Carl was housed in Victoria's most secure prison with two mates he'd personally chosen. Tommy Ivanovic.
Tommy. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
And Matthew Johnson.
Matty, mate.
So where you been anyway, fat boy?
What do you mean?
Word is they've been taking you out. Little road trips?
Road trips at the medical centre, mate. It's the only place I've been. Good to see you. Make yourself at home, mate.
Carl Williams, Tony Mockbell and Paul Dale were now all housed in Barwon's maximum security Acacia unit, awaiting their fates. Within a month, one would be free, one would get 22 years, and one would be dead.
Yeah, Bowen's a shithole. Yeah. Would you ever consider moving on, cutting ties with Carl?
How would I?
He's been in there for 3 years now. You're not married to him anymore.
Yeah, but he's Dakota's dad. Yeah, no matter who I'm with or who he's with, I'm still his main person.
Yeah, just turn into a serious time.
You'll stick by him. Wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Fucking shit.
What? I'm alive too. See, you give me one good reason why I should tie myself to someone who's going to be in prison for the rest of his life.
Because he'd stick by you?
Yeah. I still love him.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Jesus. If you've been talking to the press, I swear I'll bounce off that wall faster than you fucking know it.
We've got to get him out of there.
This what you're getting for dogging on Dale? Just stringing him along. See what I can get out of him. If they ever put me on the stand, I'll tell them I made it all up.
Mate, I only wish I had something to give him myself. Yours dried out yet, Tommy?
Should be.
So you're okay then?
So far.
You see the paper?
Yeah, no dramas. Told them I was making stuff up, stringing the cops along.
No, you're looking pretty good there, Carl.
Yeah, I lost a few kilos since I've been in here. You're not looking too bad yourself, but you reckon we should have another kid?
What? Carl, you know I'm with Rob now.
Yeah, I know. But you and me, we're mates, yeah, forever. We get each other. No matter what we did wrong, we did one thing right.
Dakota.
Copy, Carl.
Yeah, right.
Copy that, Maddie.
Hello, Roberta speaking. Yes, it's her.
Feelings of grief. Breaking over me. Wave after wave, like the rolling sea. These feelings of grief. Time without end. I'm gonna miss you, my friend. How do you suppose this world will end?
No one deserves to die like that.
Why are you so upset? At least he can never load you up now, eh?
Yeah, I know, babe, but I don't reckon he would have. He had a chance, right? He didn't. He's such a stupid bastard. You know when he was shoving all that gear up his nose, it's a miracle we all didn't get killed, eh? But you know what? He was my mate.
Nor will these feelings of grief.
Thanks for coming around. Not too many people dropping around these days. Off you go. We're gonna play. You know, when we were riding high, everyone wanted to be our friends. Not anymore. Hey, what are we gonna tell them, huh?
What do you mean?
About their dads. Now they're old enough to read. Kids are telling them stuff.
Well, I just tell Maddie to ignore it.
But what's the truth? I mean, who was he? Murderer? Or was he that guy that read stories to that little girl and taught her how to swim?
Was it a mistake, you and Carl?
I had no choice.
Fucking love.
No. Where I come from, hooking up with Carl was the best thing I could do.
Roberta had lost her husband, Dakota had lost her dad, and we'd lost our key witness. Without Carl, his statement couldn't be used. The conspiracy to murder Terry Hodson charges against Paul Dale were dropped.
Must say, Paul, I'm disappointed. Would have liked to seen you up on the stand.
You don't get it, do you? I wanted my day in court. You know, I've been put through the shit for 8 years, mate. I lost my job, I lost my pension. I spent a year in prison, Barwon, 23 hours a day in lockdown, for Christ's sake. You know, I didn't want Carl dead. I wanted him on the stand and alive so I could refute the lies.
So you'd be in favour of a royal commission then? Full investigation into police corruption in this state? Clear things up once and for all. After all, if you're innocent, it's an absolute travesty what you've been put through, Paul.
Bring it on. And you bring on any filthy witnesses that you want to testify. I'm clean, mate.
Oh, maybe that's right. But you seem to have walked through an awful lot of shit, Paul. An awful lot. And only you know how much is stuck to your fucking shoe.
Paul Dale was free. Judy Moran was in jail. Carl Williams was dead. There was only one person left with a game to play.
So some of the trafficking charges are quite old and not too strong.
Sweet. Oh, you know, with your brains, my winning personality, we'll win the jury over.
There's still Operation Magnum,
Remind me?
the company. The recorded phone conversations, the witness evidence. I've heard the prosecution brief runs to 20 volumes. If you fight it, you risk being punished more severely for not showing remorse. A single large commercial quantity charge can attract a life sentence, and you're facing 4 of them. If the judge doesn't like you, and it's getting harder to find one these days that does, you could get 80 years. And that's on top of the 9 you're already doing.
Listen, Petrie, you ever heard the term all in?
I'm assuming it's not a legal term.
That's poker. Well, it's when you get all the chips you got left, right, chuck it in the middle of the table, turn over your cards and let fate take its course.
You really want to take this to a jury?
All my life I've bet in the long shot, okay? And you'd be surprised how often I've come out on top. I had a yacht trucked across the country, for goodness sake. Big gamble, big reward, that's me. Always has been. That's what I've done all my life.
And that philosophy has got you where?
Listen, I hate to fold.
There must be some poker term that applies when you've got no possible chance of winning. And you don't want to throw every single last chip you've got away.
It's called drawing dead. All right, this time. But on my next hand, Lady Luck's gonna shine my way again. You watch. She will.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
The Athenian Dream Team.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hey, you, heard Mockbell copped a plea.
I did. Congratulations.
Apart from the plea, we also got a permanent proceeds order on him. Next 20 years, anything we can prove is a proceed of his crimes, we can seize up to 4 mil. Hey, you want to come join us for an ouzo?
No, I might give it a miss. You know, Vic Pole and the feds all in water. Besides, I just got a win of my own. Finally got a court order to get a DNA sample out of Mockbell.
I heard they gave you a medal. For arresting Mockbell?
Listen, it wasn't just the arrest, all right? I was on that prick for 10 years. Look, I'm sorry. I just get a lot of shit about that medal.
Plenty of people give a shit in this job. I say if they're going to give you a medal, wear it with pride, right?
It's good to see you.
You too.
Well, it's not life, but he's in until he's 67.
His dad died at 54, so that's something.
Well, now, let's not wish the man any harm. We want him alive to enjoy every second of the next 22 years. To the good guys.
Good guys.
Fine, I've got a surprise for you all. Someone wanted to say hello.
Hey, gang.
Hey.
I won't hold up proceedings too long. I'm sure you've got to log some serious drinking on your timesheets. As you all know, the Feds gave medals to their people for Mockbell's arrest. But the Victoria Police Force couldn't get off their fat asses to organise medals for you guys. So, I got some made. The Piranha Task Force medal. For each of you for the part you played. Make no bones about it, we fought a war in this state. 30 people got gunned down in that war. Some of our people crossed the other side. But each and every one of you worked doggedly to dismantle a criminal empire. Sure as shit made me proud. You got the gratitude of the people of this state and the respect of police forces the world over. Thanks, mate. It's a piranha.
Piranha. Oh, it's a win, right? You know? It's not live. 22 years. I'll do the sound on my head.
I might not be coming out here so much. Oh, it's a long way, you know. Geelong and back. Renee's getting older now, you know. Jail's not such a nice place for a little girl.
Who is it?
Huh?
Who is it, Dan?
Yeah. You don't know him. You know what I am, Ty. I can do 2 years. And I can't do 20. I guess you can't help who you fall in love with.
The sun go down to the water and see the wind